Hi there, it's Timmy Joe. I have, I'm tossing around there, some memory, some RAM. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's DDR4 memory from Ballistix. Sorry, yeah, it says right there. They wanted to kind of differentiate themselves. They are now Ballistix memory. If you're buying the high-end gaming memory type stuff, and this would be 32 gigabyte kit. Well, there's only 16 in here. It's because there's another 16 in there. I took some out so I'd have something to throw around during the review. But Ballistix sent this over for me to evaluate, as well as for my, little crazy Ryzen build here. The aluminum coffin, as I'd like to call it. And, at first we had the Geel memory in there with the RGB and what have you, but in order to get better performance and cooling, we had to put a tower-style cooler in it, and that's where this stuff comes into play. Some nice, short memory. So, cue an intro. We're going to talk all about whether you should pick up some of this Ballistix memory for your build. Alrighty, so yes, this is, it's RAM. It usually all works, except for in the case of Ryzen. There was some issues at launch with that, but I'm happy to report when I got my new ASRock board, just as a quick test, I put some of this in it all willy-nilly without updating the BIOS to see if right off the hop it would just work in a brand new Ryzen motherboard with an outdated BIOS. I had no problems. It loaded in an XMP profile for the speed on this, which is 2666, and it worked pretty much as normal. I also had pretty good success with it in the Asus board, and I used it for a short period of time in the MSI board. I don't remember what BIOS revisions and stuff those were, but it worked in every motherboard I've tried, fairly easily, and the speed, worked properly. It overclocked nicely to 2666. So, yeah, this is some pretty nice memory. I do have to say I've had no issues whatsoever. Now, one thing I will say is that even though the Geel memory was rated for 2666, it would overclock to 2933. I have not had success overclocking this RAM any further than its rated speed. But 2666, that's not bad. It's pretty good, especially considering I got 32 gigs of this stuff. So, yeah, what I'd like to say about this RAM for sure is it's inexpensive. 16 gig kit of this is $143.99. Now, most DDR4 memory is kind of all priced the same because it's like kind of at a premium right now. I don't know what's with the DDR4 prices, but it's expensive. It's definitely even more expensive than when I first bought my Ryzen system. But $143.99 for 16 gig of this exact memory, the 2666. You can get a little cheaper if you go for 2400. I'm not sure how that would work out for you, but like maybe $15-20 cheaper. But it's definitely on the cheaper end. You can save about 10-15 bucks by getting this over some other memory, depending on market prices and stuff like that in sales. But yeah, I definitely recommend considering it. Ballistix memory by Micron, they call it. Its cast latency is 16. It's 1.2 volt memory, and the timing on it is 16-18-18. And yeah, I don't know, I'll give you the exact barcode for this, or whatever serial number for this kit. It's Bob Larry Sam 4K8 Jerry 4 Donald 26 boyfriend sex. You saw it on the screen. Anyways, just in case you want to get the exact same kit or verify the chips on it or something. I don't know what you weirdos are doing out there, but Ballistix memory, the sports stuff, I really like it. It matches the anodization of the build pretty well, and I'm really thankful that they were going to send this over. Now, even though they sent this over for review, I'll give my honest opinion. I have not had one single problem with this memory, whether it was in single channel, dual channel, or putting all 4 sticks in, even though that still runs at dual channel. And what I love about them sending me 32 gigs of this stuff in 4 DIMMs is that if Threadripper ever comes across my doorstep, I will have a kit that will work very nicely to try quad channel memory, and we'll see if that works, even though this is technically only considered dual channel memory. But we can check it out at the time. So I'm Timmy Joe. I know this is a quick video. I just wanted to pay homage to Ballistix here. They got some nice memory with this sport stuff. I would definitely not shy away from using it if I were you, because it has worked with Ryzen on every board that I've tried in every scenario. But you know, in actuality, it's nothing absolutely crazy, amazing, or special. But yeah, I definitely haven't had problems with it, and I really like it. So my name is Timmy Joe. This is Crucial Ballistix, or sorry, it's just it's Ballistix, like fish sticks. No, it's Ballistix memory, and it's actually pretty handsome stuff. I like the finish on the heat spreader, and yeah, you can put it in your system, and it'll give you some memory, some place to store things before it hits the processor. However RAM works, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget that I do have a contest coming up, 10,000 subscribers, where you could win some of this RAM possibly. I know I've been manhandling it a little bit here, but 16 gigs of DDR4, AM4 motherboard, and at least Ryzen 1400. So get me, you know, hit the subscribe button, go on Twitter, you can be entered twice, check out this video for the contest rules and what have you, but yeah, you could win like a whole Ryzen system, or even some Amazon gift cards by subscribing to me and checking me out on Twitter. So I'm at Watch Timmy Joe on Instagram and Twitter, and thank you very much for checking this RAM review out for me, but I give her 2 dims up.